One of Beastars' greatest strengths as a work of art is its remarkable capacity for interpretation. Depending on the lens through which you view it, the series becomes a vivid metaphor for racism, classism, or the discrimination faced by LGBTQ+ individuals. Its themes are deeply personal, allowing each viewer to project their own fears, frustrations, and lived experiences onto its characters. But for me, one interpretation stands out most vividly: Beastars as an analogy for the nuanced and often fraught dynamics between men and women. In the world of Beastars, carnivores carry an unshakable burden. No matter how hard they try to present themselves as safe, society is quick to assume the worst. Even the smallest action can be seen as threatening, forcing many of them to overcompensate by adopting overly soft and cautious personas. They may tolerate being exoticized or treated like potential threats just to ease the discomfort others feel around them. This mirrors how men are often treated in certain social contexts. While they don't possess literal predatory instincts, there's a cultural narrative that suggests they might. This suspicion creates a constant pressure to prove themselves as non-threatening. Many men become hyper-aware of their behavior, careful not to invade personal space, adjusting their tone and posture, especially around women, to avoid setting off alarms. The difficult truth is that the fear in some cases isn't unfounded. Carnivores know what they're capable of, just as men are aware of the disproportionate amount of violence committed by other men. It's a complex and uncomfortable reality, carrying the knowledge of what your identity has come to represent in the eyes of others, even when you're nothing like those who've done harm. There's a particular kind of frustration that comes from being defined by the worst actions of people who look like you. At the same time, there's a sadness in realizing that someone might feel afraid simply because of your presence. On the other side of the spectrum, herbivores are often seen as graceful, delicate, and morally upright. Their vulnerability gives them a kind of social reverence, but that pedestal comes with a price. Many of them internalize the idea that their worth lies in their purity, their innocence, their gentleness. This idealization reflects how women are often seen in society. While it may sound like admiration, it can be just as limiting and harmful. Being held to impossible standards of behavior and emotional purity can rob someone of their autonomy. It means constantly being watched, judged, and expected to embody perfection. Women, like herbivores, may feel crushed under the weight of needing to be gentle, good, and untouchable. Beastars doesn't ignore this tension. Some herbivores push back. Haru, for example, refuses to fit the mold. Others seek power through rebellion, through sexual agency, or by attaching themselves to dangerous carnivores to feel a sense of control. These choices aren't always healthy, but they reflect a deeper truth: the need to reclaim a sense of strength in a world that tells you you're weak. The show also looks at how these dynamics distort justice. Herbivores who break the rules are often seen as anomalies, their actions excused or downplayed. Us carnivores, on the other hand, are treated as guilty until proven innocent. The system is rigged by perception. It's easier to blame someone when they already fit the image of a threat. That mirrors how gender bias affects real-world justice systems, where assumptions about guilt or innocence are often shaped by stereotypes. The division between carnivores and herbivores and beastars reflects the complexities of how men and women are perceived and treated. Men are often seen as dangerous by default, women as vulnerable and pure. These roles shape behaviors and reinforce misunderstandings. Men grow weary of always having to prove their intentions are good. Women grow tired of constantly guarding themselves. Both experiences are valid and both are exhausting. But the story doesn't just highlight these divides, it offers something more. It acknowledges the roots of fear and suspicion without dismissing them. It challenges us to look deeper, to ask why we assume what we do, and to consider the weight others carry. Through moments of honesty, vulnerability, and connection, Beastars shows that empathy is possible, that our assumptions, no matter how deeply embedded, can be unlearned, and that maybe, just maybe, we're not as different as we think.